God, you can't deny this view. I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes thinking about going live. And then I sent the notification. And then I waited for another like 5 minutes because I'm just enjoying the view and the music. This game is so pretty. I just want to take a second. I can still see creepy little guys down there. Like, and then there's a Goobboo in the distance, just vibing. But this place is beautiful. What is this again? Labyrinthos? Yeah, Labyrinthos. What do you think, Ishtola? Nay, I am not shirking my duties. I've been down here in an age. Or I've not been down here in an age, and wish to get my bearings before I went bumbling around. From what I can see, however, there is not obviously out of place. It seems we shall have to resort to discreet inquiries as usual. You can move when you talk to NPCs now? Has that always been a thing and I've just never bothered to do it? Hold on, wait a second. Was that a glitch or I can keep doing it? I'm not gonna go and test it in somewhere else yet. Maybe after I get an Ethernet or Etherite. Oh. Oh, I didn't think about that. I don't get to fly anymore. A grizzled mouse. Hunting coyotes. I guess technically I am. More enemies? Just another one? You are so weak. I don't even feel like underpowered by being a tank. Chirp, squeak. Barely have you readied the sack when the grizzled mouse scampers off into the underbrush. It's really foggy. A troll? Oh, it wasn't a Goobboo at all. Oh, I see it. On the other side of this rock. Hello, Mousy. A troll? That thing's not even gonna feed you, dude. It'll be like half a bite. Squeak. Get in the bag. You little shit. The rodent nimbly evades her grasp before once more disappearing into the trees. Up. Up. Thank you. Is it up on that hill? Probably. It's not behind the rocks, is it? No. It's gotta be up on the ledge. Oh, there you are. Thought you could hide in the corner. but my GPS caught you. Chirp. Get in the bag. Squeak, squeak. More prepared for your quarry this time, you succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. We got it! Anvil, I did it! That's still kind of far away. Is it? I can see it from here. I'll go grab it. God. Oh, there you are. It's a pretty aetherite. I like that. Please. Please! No! Let me over! Oh, there's a... Oh. Alright, back up to Aaronville. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. Alpha! My little guy! I think they used to sell, I don't know if they still do, but they used to sell an Alpha plushie. Might have to look into it. Oh, I know that they have an Alpha minion on the store. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack. Only one's left unaccounted for. Have a squirmy rat sack. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Oh, that's right, this is like a little wildlife sanctuary kind of thing. I just killed a lot of endangered animals, possibly. Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? What will you do with the marmots now? Yeah, I am kind of curious. That's for the Forum to decide. They're the guiding authority behind Labyrinthos, after all, and this job was but one small part of this great inventory of theirs. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed, those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Chris. Is this the cleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? That's right. This is him. This is the man. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I am Cryo, of the students of Baldessian, and these are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hoped that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. You're kinda cute. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try it and gain a broader perspective, does it? You're really cute. Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Hey, I'm Charisma. Thank you for the follow. The lion does not pop damage mitigation. The lion doesn't even put clemency on his hotbar. The lion wall-to-wall pulls, then dances in the storm of damage numbers raining upon him while the Sprout Mage healer panics. No, don't apologize. That's perfect. That's perfect. How's it going? Hope you're well. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? They're looking for rats that are easy to breed and, like, good to eat. So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered, when the operation was begun, the Forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship, and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Telophoroi made their chilling declaration. Going great. I've had Emperor's new clothes on, playing Paladin in low-level dungeons just to stress out the Sprout. That's pretty good, I like that. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Just a level 100 in his skivvies, pulling everything until I wipe. The only hit point you need is the last one. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telophoro's declaration was what set it all into motion? It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archaeon? From there, we can reach the lower... Oh, they're having headaches! Kryl, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it, then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archaeon. We followed the path east, through the forest, where you were chasing after that mouse, or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for. Then when the healer says something, I'm instantly replying, "You remain locked on me, your only rotation is Cure 2, I believe in you." Then do it again, only to dance in the middle of a 14 month. While I tab out and play Hatsune Miku songs in the FC Discord call. This is the most unhinged thing I've heard in a minute, and I enjoy every second of it. You get to a point where the only option left is to be goofy, and I respect it. Behold the Archaeon. As Numenon serves as Charlian's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. The building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archaeon contains a physical history of Charlene's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Nerd. Okay. Before I start this next quest, I will be right back. I just gotta swap over laundry real quick. Be right back. It's been a journey. I have 12 members of the FC watching and laughing. Our leader asked me why I'm doing it, and I told her I'm issuing live training to potential new recruits. She has left the call. These poor white mages are stressed. It's so cruel. But, see, anytime that I enter a new dungeon, or not a new dungeon, like an early level dungeon, and I see that the healer's a sprout, whenever they tell me, go as hard as you want, I'm pulling the whole thing without mitts. Just for fun. So, like, I understand where you're coming from. I just wiped again and the white mage said, at least pop damage mitigation, please. I replied, what's that? Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Shushu to be? That's a made-up name. What do you have to say? Yes, can I help you? Okay, so it was literally only that one person that I could talk to and move. Interesting. Only Ishtola. No, that's not true, because I talked to somebody else up there. Does it just have to be somebody who, like, doesn't have a pop-up? I don't know. I'm a little confused. But that's usual. Greetings. We're here to peruse the Archaeon's vaults. Peruse? You are clearly not gleaners, then. Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldessian. But is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Not us, then. I suppose we'd better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What, so this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time it will be too late, and we were so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? I have an idea of how to approach this. Students of Valdesian. Alright, so here's how I'm planning to go into this. Come here. Let me in! You're lucky. We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. And how are we going to do that, T'Challa? It is likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. What if we go talk to Aaronville again and tell him that he owes us for helping him with the, marmots? I feel like that would be a reasonable, if not kind of asshole thing to do. Hello, student. You look confused looking at this box. Am I taking the lift? Oh, no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archaeon, even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere, but it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archaeon's open again. What's in the box? What about over here? Anybody over here? Mender, is my stuff damaged at all? Not at all. What's that? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally had a spare moment to rest. I did see a Gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though. Shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Hey Luke, how you doing? Thank you for the health package. Good to see ya. What you been up to lately? Please, please, don't make me go around. Let me up. No. Spending most of my time with the GF with the government shutdown. Fair enough. Aaronville! I was right. I still work, but there aren't many people to support. Well, I mean, at least you're still getting paid. Quiet, you'll frighten it away. What are we looking at? Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. Cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. You wish to help me with this, too. You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green and its cry a distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with the sleeping dart. Green and caws. Oh, whoops. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down at the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. What if I hit you? I feel like that would be a fun little prank. It's that bird right here. No, it's not that bird. Is it this bird? Cuckoo? No. It's this bird right here. Where's Aaronville? Can I hit Aaronville? No. Nailed it. I really wanted to shoot him with the sleepy dart, but I guess that's too much of a prank.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
What is that accent?
There you are. Any new revelations? So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
We gotta move them down.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose.
Oh, I was wrong.
Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers hand-picked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth.
Yes, why are you giving me
Those
the
who are,
backstory?
the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Yeah, that's oddly
Much
specific.
of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species, too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift.
Damn it.
I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
Yeah, that's a rough situation. Always thinking.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
That
I
sounds
never even knew
risky.
such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you'd do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
I like Aaronville. He's so polite.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Big ass T-Rex. I forgot I had this. Oh, not over there. What is this? Is this anything? Why does this door look openable? No. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed there by the researchers, you think. I don't know why I, lost my place for a second. Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow, and don't forget to check your surroundings, from time to time. We can meet up again at the other side of the tunnel. what am I fighting? What are you? Is that like a little lizard thing with a hat? Hold on. A mithril cap. No, it's like a frog with a mushroom hat. Mushroom frog. Bonk. Oh, that didn't do it. Okay. Two more of them. I feel like the ones that are being summoned have less health, which, like, I'm fine with. I accidentally just screwed up. I shouldn't have used Blackest Night, because there's no chance in hell these things from breaking the shield. So I miss out on the entire purpose of Blackest Night. Don't turn around. You! I'll kill you for that. There's my destination. This place is huge. With 3 of them, they might be able to break it. I guess not. Wow, you guys are really weak. Have you considered not being this weak? Ooh. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least, and as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. Ugh, sorry. Started sneezing real bad. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Are we already in level 81? No, okay. I saw that these guys were 81. I wanted to make sure. Oopsie. Did not mean to move. Aha, now I know where we are. This is Mariel Ergonomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is their facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos counter. Wow, dude. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Food so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. 'Tis possible they know something of the Forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. Let's find out what I can find out. Hi, Jebka. That's another made-up name. You weren't even real, dude. Although, that hairstyle, I kind of vibe with it. I wouldn't go with it for Chris. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with the use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? None of your business. The mineshaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the Forum has us filling order lists a mile long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation, and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Who is next? Oh, over there. Hello, overwhelmed laborer. You look overwhelmed. Sir, where are your pants? Oh, you are wearing pants. They're just like skin colored. I thought you were like just bare ass naked. Do I have aught to be taken down below? More than I can carry and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop that hill over there. Gods, hauling that lot up the slope was a job and a half. Squapes, my beloved. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising given that it's native to a particular locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ilsabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north gave way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. Used to be called Corvos, before the Imperials renamed it Locus Aminis. The Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment. One whose climate we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments and cultivation. I ain't eating any Final Fantasy group if it isn't Square Grapes. That's a giant wasp. I think I'd rather die. Oh, there's another one. Why are these flowers so bright? Labels on these crates tell the story of their contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports.
Hard to look away, isn't it?
Artbert? Oh,
But they're
no.
more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion. You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
It's an interesting idea. I think I would like one.
Have you learned aught of interest?
Yeah, these flowers are cool.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we've failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
I mean, maybe we can. I have a pretty big sword. Feel like that'll get us a good audience.
Isn't that the entrance to the Arcane? Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
True.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Ryle wants the flowers.
Cryo?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Who are you talking to? You keep talking to yourself like that, people are gonna think you're crazy. Is Cryle still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. Erenville was headed westwards along the path outside the Archaeon. Come, we can still catch him. Let's go. I'm just gonna jump. Oh, it's not even that high of a cliff. It'd be pretty cool if this was also voice acted. Hold a moment. I have an idea. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of Labyrinthos' climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. Aye, if I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Erenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. You're right, we have to very chalantly stroll past. Nay, we will have to remain undetected. Oh, that's also a good idea. If only Graha and his vanish spell were here. I think if only Graha was here very often. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. Goodness! Yeah! Unaccustomed to transfiguration. Worry not, it will wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magic fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. That's so mean. Which reminds me, beware the creatures hereabouts. In that form you were essentially defenseless. Let's go! Rivet, rivet, rivet. GG just hanging out with a bunch of frogs. Let's go, GG. I think if I kind of jump over here, I should be okay. Yeah. And now I just need to get down. Do I need to get down? No, I need to get over there to the other side of the bridge.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands.
And
We
if
are
you
not
can't
familiars to be
speak,
exploited. We are Charlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Charlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
Ribbit.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart.
How do you know that that's us?
Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
A frog expert? We should have known better. I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps, we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle. This momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Charlian has been called to action, and the Telophorus declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is that they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. Well, I mean, we don't really... They could just be doing that to be mean. We don't know. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum, and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the Gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Ishtola and Cryo for the moment, see what they think of this. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. I like Arenville. He seems like a chill dude, and that worries me, because he's a chill dude that we've met this early into the expansion. Welcome back. I trust you found Arenville then. You also found us. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Cryo, then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her right back at the farm, she was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. She's probably by the flowers, and I don't know who she was talking to at the flowers, but it didn't sound great. How do I get up on this hill again? Do I have to go all the way around? There we go. Go away, bees. A stray tomato. An onion and a Corrigan. I didn't realize I was in the presence of royalty. Hi, Kryl. You like the flowers. I like the flowers too.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting.
Aww.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead. Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
What do you mean? Are you talking about Heidelin? You are.
Thank you. Do not
Heidelin, what are you doing
She
in
has
my
lent
friend?
me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
This remix of Answers, I really like it.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away.
Yeah.
My apologies if I startled you.
Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first, so weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower.
I suppose.
Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Ooh. Jail time, it sounds like.
Master Fortuno? What business has the
Oh,
Forum with us?
God.
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
The dude at the thing, at the lift.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge. But the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
Why not? Just look away.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
What companion?
Grah!
No!
Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Why do you have to bully him?
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
Get him out of there. He doesn't deserve to go to jail. Free him. Free him.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
The forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Nuh-uh. You don't know that. You don't even know him. Your Honor, you weren't even there.
Was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age-long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Ooh.
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge.
What does that mean, Graha?
The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
Graha been doing his reading.
You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
If I had seen...
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuner, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me.
True.
So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
I like this guy.
Order! We will have order!
What are you ordering?
Master Montaigne raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
Not unanimous. Pretty far from unanimous, actually.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
That didn't go as poorly as it possibly could have. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city. And our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of substance here in Sharlayan. Yeah. The overall picture has grown clearer, yes, but that's in spite of the Forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival, come what may. His father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family? Alphino. Alice, it is you! When I heard you'd been dragged before the Forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I'm so very glad they allowed you to stay. Well, Mother! I'm Elise Leveilleur, at your service. And you fine people must be the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Mother, please, we don't want to make things difficult for you. If word reaches Father that you were here. Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking to my own children? I am well aware what you and Master Fauchenot are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You know what? Fair. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Go, visit your home. We will be back at the Annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure we Chris, what do you think? I haven't even touched Thavnair. Chrysanthemum? The Chrysanthemum Ilmater? What a splendid day this has turned out to be! Champion of Eorzea, I insist that you join us. But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Chrysanthemum, if you would be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. And then she was gone, and with her any opportunity to protest. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. I guess we are going to go have, like, a little tea party or something. I apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad, relieved even, to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Chris? Though it seems we still have little time left to enjoy it, will you accompany us to our visit home? Fine, if we're going, then let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. I mean, never mind. The Leveilleur estate is that way. Down the stairs. Come on. You have, like, dolls and stuff? That's not very like you, Alice. I must say I am a little bit surprised. When Alice and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. And now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. Oopsie. As children, Alphino and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. How things have changed. And here you are at last. Please do come in. I don't know if I have a choice. It doesn't seem like you're going to let me leave.
Welcome home, my lady.
And also, the twins are, like, under very specific orders that they are not allowed to be here.
What? What are you gawping at?
Yeah, we knew that they were rich. House Leveilleur in all its grandeur. Scion headquarters must seem squalid indeed. Just admiring the craftsmanship. Yeah, just admiring the craftsmanship. Not gonna give them too hard of a time. They're kinda going through it.
Oh, I suppose I never gave the decor much thought. I'm glad that you approve, I think.
Lord Fourcheneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
New outfits, I'm assuming.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience.
Yeah.
But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
I am the coolest and the strongest.
'Tis plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
This place is huge and beautiful. Hey, Nightmare, how you doing? Yeah, it's new outfits.
I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please,
I thank her
tell me
too,
you
and
had
Mom.
something different made for Alpha.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
His outfit didn't change all that much.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you'd allow me, Master Alphino.
Oh, and now he's a sage.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days. As a student, he was often called upon to venture into the field.
Something else, the important thing.
He
What's the
wielded
important
those
thing?
armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry. I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortunato has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words.
Use extreme violence.
Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Sage Alfie can finally heal. Now we won't have to have all of my friends die because I'm not allowed to heal in a cutscene and you can't do your job. Alphino. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her, and I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice, as will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality. Let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. Back to the annex. Enjoyed your time with the Leveilleurs, I hope? I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. Dad gets full focus on his work as soon as his kids are born. Yeah. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Heidelin is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once you've scouted out the situation in Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot out our next move. That's right. we are going to go ahead and end here. And next time, I will begin exploring Thavnair. We are now, because I just like to keep track of where I am in the story. Let's see. We are a whole 2%. No, that's not correct. What about here? About 8% of the way through. I am very excited to keep going. I will probably be streaming more on... I'm going to probably stream a little bit more tomorrow morning. And then Friday after work, because D&D is canceled. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope y'all have a good one. I'm going to go and start getting ready for work. Maybe grab something to eat. Thanks for hanging out. Bye!